And you're good to go.
All right. We ready, Miss Lisa?
Okay. Councilwoman Phyllis Baber.
Present.
Councilman Durant Daniels.
Present.
Councilwoman Tanya Key.
Present.
We have 3 who are present. The time is 5:37 p.m. All right. We do have a quorum.
Yeah. Miss Lisa, could you do a prayer for us, please?
Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this day that you've allowed us to receive and to live in. We pray, Lord, that the ideas and the needs of the community of the village of Lincoln Heights will be expressed this evening, and that, God, we will do our best to uphold the offices that we hold. And it's in your name, Lord Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Okay. Okay, can I have a motion to accept the Recreation Committee minutes for the meeting of March the 3rd, 2021 with any correction?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Any questions? Any questions? All righty. Let's see. So now we're at old business, the Juneteenth celebration. I wanted to talk about that today because I remember when Mr. Daniels got that figure for us of how much it would cost to pipe that music throughout the community, that it was going to be expensive. And there's no guarantee that anybody would even be listening to it. So I wanted to maybe make a suggestion that we do something even a little different, something that where we could actually gather with the residents versus them being in their yards and everybody being so far away from one another. Since the ban has been lifted, not necessarily we have to be shoulder to shoulder. We can still social distance within our function. So I was considering if at all possible that we could maybe do something up on Lindy, right there at Lindy and Douglas in that field. Do anybody have any suggestions, or what do y'all feel about that?
I guess it's the only other, when it comes to Lindy, I have no issues with that at all. Just making sure that, parking isn't an issue and nothing else of that nature, but I don't think it would be, Ms. Phyllis. That's the only thing I can anticipate being an issue, but I don't think it will.
What did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said would be an issue or might be an issue.
I said parking is the only thing that might be an issue. Just because, especially I think if we promote it the right way, we might have a decent crowd. But I know a lot of our members in the community walk anyways too. But that's the only thing I could potentially see being an issue, but I don't think it will be.
Yeah, I don't think so either, only because I know that you can park on that hill right there at Douglas. You can park on that hill, and then that right there across from Christine's store. So from Wayne all the way down past Christine's store, pretty much there's nobody parking on that street at all, because the apartments and stuff off to the, so if you're coming from Wayne going down Lindy, the stuff that's off to the right, they all have driveways. So it's really no parking on that street at that from Wayne all the way down to Leggett. There's no parking. There's nobody parking over there. It's empty. So that's not even an issue. So if you think that that's an ideal location for having a function, it's just a matter of planning and making it happen.
Agreed.
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Keys.
Are you thinking about doing it in a grassy area or on the street?
No, the grassy area, because I wouldn't want to block off anything.
Gotcha. I think the grassy area may belong to the villa, so we may have to check.
Nah, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it belongs to the Port Authority. because they're the ones that's supposed to finish redoing that location right there.
I think it's just worth just confirming.
Well, it doesn't matter. Whoever owns it, whether it be the villa or the Port Authority, can we get permission to use the land, bottom line?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We should just get.
And I don't have a problem with that either. Because I want to have a good function. I don't want anybody to come by and say, oh, you're trespassing.
Right, exactly.
Right. So whatever we have to do to make it happen, Miss Paldro, you're on the line. I'm not looking at anybody, so I don't know who's on the line and who's not. Manager?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
So do you think that you can find out that information for us?
What information?
Who actually owns that land right there at Douglas and Lindy on the right side?
Sure.
When you going towards Wayne, it'll be on the right. So it's either the Port Authority or the villa of the Valley. But I believe it's the Port Authority.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair. I'm just thinking, does Lindy cross? Lindy doesn't cross Douglas, or am I?
It does.
Where does it?
It doesn't. It Lindy and it's a corner. Lindy and Douglas, right there. A little bit up from Tabernacle Church. Right there where
that's Lindy and Leggett. Is that what you're referring?
No. I'm referring to Lindy and Douglas. Near where Christine's store is.
Yes.
The store is not open anymore.
Yes.
That's not Leggett, babe. That's Douglas.
Okay, just as a point of reference, Douglas is where the Sugar Shack used to be, and it goes all the way down to where St. Monica's is.
I live on the corner of Adams and Douglas, so I'm not mistaking this one, babe. And I delivered papers out here for 8 years.
Okay, I'm not trying to be confrontational. I'm just wanting to make sure that we're giving.
I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying that on this, I'm correct at my location where I'm talking about, and I'm telling you why. Because I live on Douglas and Adams, and I delivered papers out here for 8 years. That's the only, and I put out those Christmas decorations. Okay, and right there at Lindy and Douglas is where I had 2 lights, 2 of those little bulb lights. So I'm familiar with the community as far as the streets go. So it's at Lindy and Douglas. Leggett is down near where the old YMCA. That's Leggett. I'm not there, babe. I'm up this way at Douglas and Lindy. Remember, it used to be when the Valley Homes was here, we actually had a street. I think it was Douglas Walk.
About the term before you get to Chamberlain, correct, Miss Phyllis?
Well, Chamberlain runs off of it.
Yeah, that little short.
Matter of fact, that Douglas did right into Chamberlain.
Yeah,
it sure does.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I thought you were talking about down on the Leggett corner. You're talking higher.
I said Douglas. Okay. You with us now, Ms. Keys, as far as the location is concerned?
Not really, but I'm not doing the check-in, so I'm fine. If as long as Miss Paldro knows where you're talking about, that's good enough.
Miss Paldro, I'd be happy to come down tomorrow if you're available and show you exactly where I'm talking about. And I can even myself go over to the villa of the Valley and see if they own the property. So I can
if you could
them tomorrow for that. And then if they don't own it, then I'll need you to contact the Port Authority, because that's what I believe on the property.
Madam Chair?
Uh-huh.
If you could just get the address, and then I will look it up on it.
It would be, well, if I would give you an address, baby, it would be close to 867 Adams Street.
Okay.
So I mean, so it'd be close to 867 Douglas. I mean, Douglas and Lindy. So I don't know how that'll go, but that would be the closest address to that corner.
867 Lindy was the Lindy store address. So that'd be the best point of reference, I believe, Miss Phyllis. So we're all talking about the same store. So you talking about the one that said Lindy store on it, Miss Phyllis?
The one that Miss Christine owned, but I haven't seen it open here lately in a while.
Yeah, that's 867.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
But I will, like I said, I'll go and I'll check with I'll go to the office of the Villa of the Valley to see if they own the land, and then I'll call you and leave you a message if you're not available to let you know if they do or don't. If they do own it, I'll ask them if it would be okay if we use the land. And if they don't own it, then I'll let you know because, like I said, I believe the Port Authority owns it. Okay?
That's fine.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I believe that it would be much cheaper if we if we just got a DJ from the area. I tried to get in touch with Kev to see if he would be available on that particular day. But for whatever reason, I can't get him to answer his phone. So I guess I'm going to have to go down there and knock on his door as well. So I'll even try to do that this evening or tomorrow when I'm over there by the Villa of the Valley. And then since it is basically the Africans were being freed from slavery, I thought it would be nice if we served some African entrees, like basically do a buffet and have somebody behind the buffet to literally serve the people as they walk past with their plates. Anything y'all say?
I think that's an idea. My only, I'm being selfish probably because I know I have dietary restrictions, but I think even with that it will fit everybody's food of choice. And then, like you said, with the buffet style, just making sure that everybody's safe with it, with the COVID piece. But no, I think we can find a good vendor. Or how you want to go about doing it. I guess that's my only question. Are you talking about getting a vendor to cook the food, correct, Ms. Phyllis?
No,
okay.
I'm not talking about getting a vendor to cook it. Either I myself can cook it, or I know somebody that can help me with that. So no, I'm not talking about getting a vendor. I would just need money for food, and I would be willing to make it happen. Let's see. What else? So we talked about the DJ. We're talking about that food. Do we know anybody like Reverend Jones or somebody that could maybe come out and speak on Juneteenth? Now, I know that he had said that he would do that for me once before, and that was at that's when we did that graduation parade where the people didn't show up for, the children didn't show up for, so it was no reason for him to do that. So I can try to contact him to see if he would be interested in coming out and speaking and talk about Juneteenth, or maybe we can get some flyers or something passed out or made up so that we can pass it out to the people. I mean, so that they can be aware of why we are actually doing this celebration. And anybody, and like I said, I can't see y'all, so anybody just leap in at any time and tell me what you think, or tell me what you might want to see, because, you know, I'm not the only person on this committee.
I love the idea of the informational flyer, of getting that information out to the residents, so everybody's informed of why Juneteenth is important. Also putting that on our website, I think that's powerful. My only other suggestion, just on speakers, maybe having somebody from Mount Moriah, just because they're our first church here historically. But I think Reverend Jones would be great. But just also reaching out, I think like Mount Moriah as well, just from the historical standpoint in the village. But that's just my suggestions.
Is the that little nice thin preacher, I can't think of his name. You're talking about right there near where Moxley used to be, that church right there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
so what's that, Reverend? What's his name? Is he still there? The younger? I know he's kind of younger.
Reverend Simpkins.
Okay, is he still? Is that the one that had invited us down for what was that? That New Year's Eve or something?
Yes,
was you
ma'am.
on council? Okay, him. So he is still there.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, would you be willing to talk with him?
Yeah, I'll reach out to him. I'll reach out.
Okay, so I was thinking that like between the hours of 3 and 5 would be good.
Okay.
Or 3 and 6. What do y'all think? 2 hours, 3 hours? What do y'all think?
I think 2 hours is perfect.
Okay, so between the hours of 3 and 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that's the DJ. We talked about the food. Is there anywhere we can get some chairs at, so that maybe if Christine or somebody don't mind, we could like maybe lean the chairs up against the store. You can ask her if we can lean them chairs up against the store, and then as people come, they can, you know, grab them a chair. Whatever group come together, they can grab, you know, that's normally around each other. They could grab a chair and place it, you know, where it's distant from other people. Does that sound good?
I just don't have a chair. I don't have a chair person, but I mean the setup sounds good. You know, grab your own chair. As soon as we, you know, trusting everybody to put it back. So.
Mm-hmm. So is there any churches around here that might have some fold up chairs that we could possibly borrow from? Anybody know? What about that church where I did that that Valentine's party that day up there in Oak Park, near Oak Park. What's that, Ebenezer? Up there in the Oak Park area?
Yes, ma'am. Reverend McIntosh.
Oh, they have a new reverend. I don't think that was the reverend that was there before. They got a new reverend over there now? Or is that the same one? I don't remember that being his name.
Okay. Yeah, he's the reverend. He's the pastor at Ebenezer now, Brandon McIntosh.
Okay, how long he's been there?
I know since I've been on council at least, so at least about.
Okay, so maybe it is the same reverend. I just didn't know that was his name. So I wonder if they'll let us borrow their chairs. They got chairs in that basement. And then they have some chairs over there at the Miss Laverne and them, that Catholic church right there on you know, the one down here. What is that, Matthews?
I think you're referring to St. Simon's.
Yeah, St. Simon's. So maybe we can ask them if we can borrow some chairs. So then we don't have to pay for them.
Yes, ma'am.
I have tables for the buffet as well as Schaefer's we can use to keep the food warm.
Yeah, I think our next steps now is just making that budget, and then just submitting it to council, and then just going from there. But no, I think it's a good idea.
So far as the food is concerned, how much food do you think that we should have? I mean, to feed how many people? What would you think would be a good number?
That's the last event that I held, Miss Phyllis, and I'm just going off of me. That's when we did the grand opening for the mural. We had over 150 people there, and we didn't have enough. Yeah, so and we only had 100 meals, so we were actually short. So I guess somewhere between the 100 and then
200.
Yes, ma'am.
200. Okay. That would be nice if we could get at least 150 people there. That would be really nice.
Yeah, I think we promoted the right way, and I think folks would be anxious to get outside. I think that's doable, and we market it the right way.
Okay. So, what's the timeline that you think we need to have everything set up? Because I mean, this is April,
Yeah.
so we would have to have this all set up or know what we need and what we can do for sure by the next council meeting, and that way it give us a month to advertise.
Yeah, and we could always call an emergency meeting as well if we need to. But yes, ma'am. I think just kind of putting those budgets together and presenting them in miscellaneous business and committee of the whole on Monday. I think that'd be a good first step. And then,
By Monday, will we have some numbers though? Because it's no good without the numbers.
I was to say, yeah, we'll just have to do some research over the weekend. Well, we can, we're following we're following your lead, Ms. Baber. So, however you want to go about it, I think that we have a good opportunity to do something good for the residents. So, yeah, just want to make sure we do it right.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Daniels. I can work on that. I can work on that food. The price, how much it'll cost, like this weekend.
Okay.
But by this weekend. So I'll be working on that.
Are there some numbers you need me to work on?
Not as far as the food is concerned. What I need is someone to volunteer to see if you can get us some chairs. Where can we borrow those chairs from?
Okay.
And I think them two places we might get a pretty good number. Do anybody know any other churches that might have some fold-up chairs we can borrow?
I'll just reach out.
Go ahead.
I'll just reach out to Lincoln Heights Missionary Baptist, Mount Moriah, and St. Monica's, see if what they can help with. So I'll reach out to them.
Okay, and then we can also ask them to bring their chair as well. Some people have those fold up like picnic, chairs that they take to like the different concerts they have around the city in the summertime. So we can ask them to do that as well. Okay. Let me see where we at. Do anybody else want to say anything else on this right now? So let's just regroup. I'm going to talk to Kevin for the DJ, and I'm going to see how much the food is or how much the food will cost to prepare. And I'm going to get in touch with the Villa of the Valley to see if they own the property. And I'll try to get in touch with Christine to see if it's okay if we put chairs over there, if we can get them. So we'll have them leaning up against something. So, Mr. Daniels, you said that you're going to reach out to the churches?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And you're reaching out to the churches so you're going to, Mount Moriah, you're going to ask the pastor if he can speak, correct?
Yes, ma'am. And also asking for chairs.
And chairs. And then what other churches are you going to ask for chairs? St. Simon
and Lincoln Heights, St. Monica's and Lincoln Heights Missionary Baptist. I'll reach out to Miss Laverne, Councilwoman Mitchell, to see if she can reach out to St. Simon's.
Okay, and then you're going to also do you're going to ask the center if they got chairs we can borrow?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Keys, what would you like to do? Anything?
At this time, no.
Will you show up for the function and help serve?
I have an issue with, because of COVID still, I probably would not, but I will be happy to send out flyers for you.
Okay, and then you'll do something on the email, something nice on the email to so that the people be aware of it. You'll help us market it. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I'll help you. I'll help you pass out flyers through electronic versions.
So did I miss anything? Can anybody think of anything that we might have missed within this conversation? Okay, not hearing anything. We're going to move on if that's okay. Okay, we're at the planting flowers, and I know, Ms. Key, you can't wait to tell me what it is you want to tell me about these flowers. Go right ahead.
I didn't have anything to tell you other than I was thinking about flowers. I was
looking forward to what you had to say.
I was looking forward to what you had to present back because I know you have been working on it.
Oh, Lord. How we doing with that, Ms. Padrell? Did our lovely lady find us flowers yet? Hello, is Ms. Padrell still on?
I'm sorry. I'm on my phone. It takes me a second to get off of mute.
Okay.
I was expecting a proposal back from her, and I did follow up, but I have not received the proposal back. So I don't have numbers yet.
Okay, well, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm just like Ms. Keys. I can't wait to see our community lit up with flowers. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So let me see where we at. So, do anybody know if we're gonna the update on the coaches? Mr. Daniels, have you talked with any coaches? Have they said anything about the field? Did they get us some prices yet?
No, ma'am, not at the moment. That right now they're using another field, so they already have a field that they're using. So I can get back with Coach Franklin and see what that price is now that they're already using. So, but I know right now they're currently using another field to practice.
Okay, well, we did say that we wanted to help them out because our field is closed. So if you can get them to get on that, so maybe we can get that to council so that they can okay it and get the check cut or whatever we have to do to make it happen. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Anybody got any new business they want to talk about? Does anybody have any miscellaneous business they want to talk about? Do anybody got any announcements?
Just that our cleanup day has been moved till the 22nd. It was supposed to take place. It was supposed to take place from the 7th and the 8th and the 9th. And Ms. Joyce, I'm saying the wrong date. Please correct me, but I'm pretty sure we moved it down to the 22nd. So our next community cleanup day on Stephen Street will be on the 22nd.
That is correct.
Yes,
Thank you, Councilman Daniels.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Well, if there's nothing else, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Y'all have a blessed evening. And thank you.
Have a good evening.
Okay. So we come back at 6:30, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm just gonna put myself on pause until 6:30. That's Hey, Vice Mayor, how are you? I like your background. I can't hear you. You on mute. It's white. Hawaii? A Hawaii background? Oh, you switched it.
Yeah, because it makes my face look distorted to me. I don't like that.
Oh,
It
man.
gave me joy.
It was a nice dream.
Yeah, it gave me joy. I was back in this weekend.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. And so Ms. Jeannie, I don't think this will be a long meeting. You know, hopefully Ms. Laverne pops in. Hopefully, I don't know if she will or not, but we'll go through this. I have just a couple questions from Ms. Joyce. So Ms. Joyce, I don't know if you got a chance to see the agenda. Just a couple questions on the property maintenance code piece. If you had any thing you wanted to add in on that, and then on the ad hoc committee.
Durans, are you starting the meeting?
Are you ready to start?
Yeah, we can start though. It is
It's
6:30.
6:30. Yeah, let's get it popping.
Hey, yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. All right, I'm gonna drop my I'm gonna drop my graphic and then you guys can start.
Because I got something to do too. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we good to go?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, thank you. I'd like to call to order this law committee meeting. Today is Wednesday, April the 7th, 2021. Sorry, 2021. The time is 6:30. Look at it. My dyslexia hit me there. The time is 6:30. Roll call, Ms. Lisa.
Councilman Durance Daniels,
Present.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson,
Present.
Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell. Okay, no response. We have two who are present. We do have a quorum.
We'll allow the beautiful prayer that Ms. Lisa gave in the first meeting to carry over. That was a great prayer, Ms. Lisa. Can I have a motion for the acceptance of the previous law committee meeting minutes from March 1st, 2021?
So move with any needed corrections.
The second, with any needed corrections, been moved in second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? The ayes have it. Old business, just the grass cutting response time. Just one of old business. That was in section 93.14. Just there was that code enforcement survey from the Center for Local Government. I know you did a great job sending that out, Ms. Lisa. Did you have anything on that, Ms. Jeannie? I know this is really Ms. Laverne is really driving this, but I didn't know if you had anything on that. And if not, we'll continue to keep this in old business.
I think that most people is 8 or 10 inches, then they send you a letter. It pretty much was the same all the way around, except for that one community where, I don't know, it was just different.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
I don't have much to say.
Yeah, and I think it's a lot of common sense. I think we said before. I think where our biggest thing is that second part where it's whether you cite it, if we cite them or cite them to court or fine them. And I think we kind of had a common consensus that we kind of let's go the fining route because if we send them to court, they're just going to keep pushing it down. So we'll bring this back up in old bench, allow Ms. Laverne to speak on it unless you have anything else, Ms. Jeannie. We'll move on to the next item. Just newsletter information. Just things that's going out in the newsletter, Miss Lisa. The trash can pull up time schedule. Miss Linda did a good job of kind of framing that last time that your trash cans had to be pulled up by Wednesday. And then we also talked about it last week. Just My Brother's Keeper is doing a senior grass cutting program. So if we could just kind of put that out and let the rest of the seniors know that that if they wanted to get that set up, that I'll give you that information. I'll just give you that information, Ms. Lisa. So I'll just make it easy. But just for the record, if folks wanted to get signed up, you can go to theheightsmovement.org if you want to join that senior grass cutting program that we talked about last week. And then if we could put that, yes, ma'am.
Mr. Daniels, you might want to just share that information with the village manager to see if we could put it on the website.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Joyce, is that possible as well? It's just a sign up sheet. If folks want to get signed up for that senior grass cutting program, it would just be a link that they can go to. You're on mute if you knew or not. There you go.
I'm sorry. If
It's
you
okay.
could send that to me and
Yeah.
copy the administrative assistant on that, we'll
Yes,
be
ma'am.
sure it gets posted. Thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And then while I got you off mute, Ms. Joyce, this is the last item on the old business. It was that ad hoc committee under the code enforcement. We're just talking about filling in any gaps from the Lincoln Heights Code and then the International Property Maintenance Code. Just didn't know if you had any updates on just kind of the members that you were looking to bring in, and if you didn't, if we had any recommendations from the committee. And if not, we'll go into old business. But yeah, just asking Ms. Joyce if you had any updates on members or just process or anything you need from this committee.
Well, I didn't set up any members, but I did put the new code enforcer on it to look through both codes
Okay.
and look through it. But I did not set up an ad hoc committee for that.
That's fine.
I did give the R for that for the code enforcer to look at that as a priority.
That's fine. Yes, Ms. Jeannie.
I think with this new code enforcer's background, I think that he would be able to, we don't need an ad hoc committee. I think that he could probably figure that out for us. You agree, Ms. Powdrill?
I do agree.
Okay, great. Then that makes life easier. I'm in a consensus with that as well. Like I said, we'll follow your lead on this, Ms. Joyce, and looking forward to seeing the work that the new code enforcer, comes through. I know he's gonna. I know he'll be coming to meetings within the month. If it's possible, if he could just come to the Mays Law Committee meeting, just
yes, he was scheduled to come on your Monday meeting, but it was rescheduled. But yeah, we'll get him. We'll definitely have him. In fact, he should have been today, but I just forgot to mention it to him and send him the invitation to the meeting. So he would have made it. Yeah.
That's on me. That's on me. If you can send him an apology for me as well,
okay.
I had to make that adjustment. But I'm looking forward to meeting him. Looking forward to talking to him.
Yeah, he'll definitely be there next month.
Any new business? Any new business? Yes, ma'am.
I don't.
What are our burning garbage laws? We need to look into that because one of our residents been burning stuff and we can't have that. We need to let people know you can't do that either. That's not safe.
Yeah, I can actually pull that up. It wasn't too long ago I was looking at that, Ms. Jeannie. If you wanna, give me 1 second.
And also, Chair, I think that if the next newsletter, we need to put at least 3 things in that has to do with law. The 3 law reminders.
Okay.
And I'm saying 3 because not too many, but just a little snippet of reminders that people may not know.
So that's the wrong. No, agreed. So the 3 ones that we have then so far is the trash pull up. We could do the burning, the controlled fires. I'm just trying to look it up for Miss Lisa to make it easier for you. And then with the 3rd one be the grass cutting in the newsletter. Okay. Controlled fire burn. Sorry.
So if we want to do the fire burning thing, because I don't see a lot of people doing it, but maybe if I don't know. We just need to come up with.
It's section 9. Oh, sorry, that's big fires. It's under section 91. It's our violation of state. It's section 91. It's in section 91. Fire prevention. So section 91.3 is where it starts, Miss Lisa. And then I'll. You can also send me an email to Ms. Lisa to remind me if you need just a little more assistance on finding the exact piece. But I know exactly what Ms. Jeannie's talking about. It's on this.
I can look it up.
Okay, it's in that 91.3 section where it says.
Yeah, she don't have to do anything. I can look that up. Yeah, that ain't nothing that I need her to look up. But I just wanted to mention it. Okay,
so that'll be our 3 things in the newsletter, Ms. Lisa. It'll be controlled fires in section 91.3. And then our grass cutting, and then the trash can pull.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Any other new business, Ms. Jeannie? Any miscellaneous business? Right. A motion to adjourn.
Wow.
So moved.
Moving second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And no nays. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you all.
All right.
Thank you. Good night.
Matthew, we still live?
I'm ending it right now.
Let me know when you're not live.